So, hello everyone, I hope all of you are doing very well. Today, we are here with the last chapter of Vistas, and that is Memories of Childhood. This particular prose is written with two parts, having two stories, and both are autobiographical episodes from the lives of women, like both are women, and they share their experiences as they belong to marginalized communities. Okay. So first one is named as Cutting Off My Long Hair. Jitkala Sa was the writer, editor, musician, teacher, and political activist. Okay, so let us know what happened here. The story begins when the author is telling about her experience in the boarding school, which was the land of apples. Land of apples, do you know? You have to tell me in the comment section that which country is known as land of apples. Okay. Children were assigned the task of picking up apples in the bitter and biting cold, like the weather was very cold, very chilly. When she went to the breakfast hall, she was feeling very nervous and stressed. Being new, she was not familiar with the table manners, and this made her even more anxious. While the author was looking around in the hall, a pale faced woman was already staring at her strangely, and this made her feel insulted and alarmed at the same time. Her friend Judevin, who knew only two or three words of English, warned her that she overheard the pale faced woman intended to cut her long black hair. This terrible warning made the author remember what her mother told about people who had short hairs, that among them only the unskilled warriors who were captured had their hair shingled by the enemy. Short hair was worn by mourners and shingled hair by cowards. Cowards are those who are not brave enough. But the author decided to resist and fight back and not let them cut her hair so easily. So she went upstairs and crawled under the bed and huddled herself in the dark corner, like she tried to hide herself. But she heard the footsteps nearby and shuddered with fear, like she shaked with fear, okay? Finally, she was found and dragged out. She resisted by kicking and scratching wildly, but despite that, she was taken downstairs and tied fast in the chair, and the thick braids were cut. The author lost her spirits, and she realized that the day she had been taken away from her mother, she had suffered extreme indignities like tossing her in air like a wooden puppet or people stared, and now after her long hair was shingled like a coward's, she cried a lot, but nobody came to console her, or comfort her. So you understand what is this all about? Like the marginalized sections, they were considered as the communities of cowards. They were not allowed to have long hairs as well. Okay, maybe this was their ideology, their superstitious belief. So when she went to the boarding school, she was new there, but there was a pale-faced woman. People also who were supporting pale-faced women decided to cut her long hair. She overheard that. She decided and she was determined not to allow anyone to cut my hair. She tried to hide herself, but finally she was caught and her hairs were cut. So this was the memory of her childhood, okay? That how in the childhood time she suffered such a great indignity and disrespect. Okay. Now let us go with the second one. Second topic is we too are human beings. This is autobiography by Bama. Bama is a Tamil Dalit feminist, committed teacher, and a novelist. Okay, so let us start this. The author tells through the story that she was in a third grade when she first heard of the word untouchability. First one was about that how people of marginalized section were not allowed to have long hair. The second one is about untouchability. She was a happy girl who was once she was going back home from school. On the way, she noticed her people working hard for their landlords, but despite working so hard for them, they are beaten so badly. Okay, it actually took 10 minutes to cover the distance from her school to her place, but she took at least 30 minutes to reach home because she would match all the fun and games, novelties, and oddities in the shops and the bazaar. Okay, so the distance between the school and home was only 10 minutes, but she used to take 30 minutes because she used to enjoy her way. Okay, but once she saw that the people of her community were beaten so badly despite of working very hard for the landlords, along with watching the performing monkey or the snake charmer snake and a lot of other things that would attract her, She notices that an elderly person from her community was carrying packet in his hands but was holding it in a very strange manner, just with these strings. And she finds this incident funny. Later, her brother explains to her that the incident was not at all funny as she initially thought, but it was pathetic because lower caste people were treated as untouchables. Hearing this, she was shocked and decided to study hard to overcome discrimination. So, you see, this was how she heard about untouchability. She firstly saw the practices and thought them to be funny, like the thing she saw that pack holding of packet in a strange manner, okay, uh, in a strange manner, and thought it as funny. But in reality, when her brother explained her that it is about untouchability, this is how people of our community are treated, she decided that she will study very well, she will overcome this discrimination, and people who are torturing us will face one day. This is how the story ends, basically. These two women very beautifully describes through their experiences the beliefs and the pathetic conditions existing in our society. Okay, both these one story is from abroad, out of India, and one is from India, isn't it? Yet you see the differences, to be very honest, is very little, though we consider abroad as very developed, but things like this existed there too. Okay, so this is how this story ends. I hope it was very clear. Meet you all with the questions of this chapter has been uploaded through a shorts video on my YouTube channel. You can look into that. Till then, stay safe, all the best. Bye bye. And do like, share and subscribe my channel. Okay, this would be a lovely gift from your side. Do subscribe my channel. Thank you. Bye bye.